Hello everyone, it's Lindsay and I am back with another entry using the All Things New devotional kit from Illustrated Faith and Dayspring. I'm working on session 6 here, and you can see the Tattered Rose Distress Oxide ink is a color that perfectly matches this card, and so I am going to kind of be recreating the look of this card for my entry today. I am going to be prepping with some Art Basics clear gesso. I had a video go live yesterday for my Tip Tuesday all about distress inks and distress oxide inks. I would encourage you to go check that out, and I explain when I use page prep, when I don't, the differences between the inks, just everything you could possibly want to know about distress inks, and some examples of how I use them. So check that out. I am using page prep today, which you know I don't normally use. I normally work on naked Bible pages, but distress oxide inks bleed when you stamp with them. And I'm also going to be doing some blending, and you just get a smoother blend if you work on a prepped page. So that's kind of why I'm working with gesso today. And I am applying 2 thin coats, drying in between each layer. And I am just using a brush because I was lazy. It's a much smoother application if you use the blending tool that you kind of see tucked underneath my page there. It's much smoother with that, but I actually was able to get a pretty smooth application with the brush, and this ink blended on just fine. The Distress Oxide inks blend so smooth and they're so velvety, so it really wasn't an issue. So I wasn't going to film this entry because it was so super simple, but I wanted you guys to see not all my entries are over-the-top crazy techniques and designs and things like that. So I wanted to do this as an encouragement that they can be really simple, really fast entries. So I'm just going to blend some of this ink into the margin of the page and then stamp, add some stickers, and that's it. Super simple. So I am working in Isaiah 40:31, which is a suggested verse for the session 6 card. And it says, "But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint." And so this card has us looking at how God is able to renew our strength, give us strength just by waiting on Him. And by waiting on Him, that doesn't necessarily mean just sitting there doing nothing. I read several different commentaries and I've done some studying on this verse, and it actually is waiting in the sense of pursuing, actively seeking God, and through that He is going to give you the strength to walk the walk, to endure through things, and to, you know, the Christian life is not easy. Whoever told you that is lying to you, because it is very hard. But by actively pursuing God, He's going to give you the strength to be able to continue to endure as a Christian. And so I think of it like waiting, like a waiter at a restaurant. When you wait on somebody, you are serving that person. I kind of think of it in that way, and that makes it a little bit easier for me to understand. But I'll be talking a little bit more about this verse over on my blog, and just kind of my season of waiting and waiting on strength and what that looks like. So definitely head on over to my blog, LindseyDecor.com, and check that out. And I'll have links to all the products and all that goodness down below as well. So on screen, I'm just doing some tone-on-tone stamping. So I pulled out the butterfly stamp from the devotional kit, and I am stamping in the exact same colored ink. And so you can see you get this just really light tone-on-tone look. In the end photo, I did end up going back in and double stamping some of the butterflies just to intensify the color. So I probably should have done that for all of them, double stamped. The Distress Oxide inks are really soft and have kind of a blurred look to them, and so that tone on tone isn't as obvious with the oxides as it would be with regular distress ink. Now, because I'm working on gesso, I did go ahead and dry all of that ink very well with my heat tool, and then as an added touch at the end, I just rub a dry paper towel, kind of pat it over the page, and that picks up any extra ink that's sitting on top of the page. With gesso, the ink is not able to sink into the fibers of the page, and so you can only get so much ink on there. It won't dry. So by doing those 2 steps, the heat tool on the paper towel, it is now dry and not smudging and things like that. I'm just going to go ahead and add in some alpha stickers. Like I said, nothing fancy. I'm using the tiny text alphas from Bella Boulevard, and then these are the wonky alphas from Bella Boulevard. Not exactly the same as the card, but you kind of get the same look as the card. I did cover some text. If that bothers you, just use different alpha stickers, smaller alpha stickers, or break up the words so it just stays in the margin. And then I'm underlining that verse again. That's Isaiah 40:31. And keeping it simple. This little trick here, a lot of people ask why I heat up my alpha stickers. If your alpha stickers are not sticking to your page, I have a really big problem with some of the smaller stickers don't want to stick very well. If you hit them with your heat tool real quick, that reactivates the adhesive and makes it super sticky, and then they stick a little better. So that's why I heat up my stickers. Here I'm just creating a little tab grouping at the top here. This is something I've been using or doing for all of my entries for this kit. Just a clear sticker and a folded over piece of the washi tape, and I can use my EK Success powder tool to remove any of the stickiness that's exposed. And now when I flip through this Bible, I'll know that the pages with that washi fold over goes with this particular kit. Now at this time, this page is looking a little bare for me, so Lindsey splatters are coming to the rescue. I'm going to add some Illustrated Faith black watercolor splatters to the background, and that always just kind of finishes it off for me. So I left myself plenty of room at the bottom so I could write in a prayer, and that's something that I've been doing quite a bit in this particular Bible. So that is it for the entry. Head on over to that blog and check out the blog post, check out the links linked down below for you guys, and give this video a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed, and until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye.